Okay, Kinesiology 230. This is presentation number 4 in chapter 5, and we're talking still about acute responses to resistance training. Now we're talking muscular. You may recall this is how it broke out in the chapter. We're still in acute responses, and now we're going into the muscular component. We did neurological in the last presentation. So byproduct of muscle contraction is fatigue. You just can't help it, and it's part of the deal when you work out. And it's a byproduct of several factors that include the accumulation of metabolites, and these can be lactate, hydrogen ions, move myself out of the way, inorganic phosphate, ammonia. And you have this circulatory system in your body that services that process, but it's something where you're stressing these metabolic pathways, and there's an adaptation process that happens within those metabolic pathways as well to allow the processing of good stuff to come in to allow contraction to happen, but also the process of byproducts to take them away when you're done with the muscle contraction. So you'll see CP, phosphocreatine, they're kind of interchangeable when you see them in text. It's an important component to like the creation of ATP. It's part of it, and it allows ADP to transition into ATP, which is the energy source, right, during any kind of exercise. And you'll see ATP here, adenosine triphosphate, ADP, adenosine diphosphate. So you have 2-phosphate. The creatine phosphate binds with these. It's a catalyst in of having a phosphorylation, of adenosine diphosphate to create adenosine triphosphate. Sorry about that. But it's also important to realize that you'll see you need glycogen for energy, but you'll also see in exercise that you'll have a depletion of glycogen. So there's two main energy sources that get depleted through the course of working out. One of is phosphocreatine or creatine phosphate, and the other is the glycogen that is one of the key energy sources that allows for contraction to happen as well. So what they note here is when you look at ATP production during bodybuilding resistance exercises, it comes from glycolysis. So, when you're working out and working super hard, and I mentioned it in one of the other presentations, you have this kind of window of opportunity after a workout where your body's craving glycogen. It wants to replenish the glycogen stores first because it wants the energy source. And then after your first 45 minutes, you get into an hour and a half thereafter is when your body starts craving protein sources to be able to start rebuilding itself. So beyond that, guys, I don't think we need to go much further into the topic. I think this is a pretty quick one. And I think anything beyond that will take us quickly from 200 level stuff up to 400 to 500 level stuff. So that's right where I'm going to park it for right now. And I'm going to move on to the next presentation.